Hey there, I hope to find you well. For this video, I will review the GDVA GD300 soldering iron, being this the first product sent for review by GDVA. It seems that these USB-powered soldering irons came to stay and are a thing these days. So when GDVA contacted me to review this unit, I promptly accepted. I was curious to see how it compares to other units reviewed here in the channel. This is a 20 volt 65 watts maximum power soldering iron with the promise to melt the tin in 8 seconds, so we'll see about that in a few moments. Before moving on, let me tell you that this isn't a paid review, so I didn't receive any compensation to make this video. But I should thank GDVA for sending this unit without any costs to me, and I want to thank also all my viewers that use the channel affiliate links while purchasing goods on AliExpress or Amazon. If you use the channel affiliate links on the screen before buying your goods, you will help me with a small commission from your purchase, sponsoring this way the channel and helping me to support the costs, allowing these reviews to be totally independent. Alright, enough said, let's see the features highlights. So, as always, I will show you now what is delivered in the box. Let me just open it. Okay, so in the box we have a set of tips. Yeah, we have this small box that's soldering iron stand. We have a small stand. Also, I will see what this is in a bit. Also, let me take this out. We have the iron, and I believe this should be the transformer. So let's start by opening this one. Okay. Whoa. Okay, we have here a 65 watts transformer or power supply, and this should be that kind of, yeah, to be able to use on US power sockets, I believe. But here in Europe we use these sockets. Okay, we have this box. We also have a small stand. Let's see what we have in here. Oh. Okay, I will see how this is assembled, but should be something like this. Yeah. And this part should be from that stand. I see there that we have there, yeah, some screws. I will see in a bit also how this assembles, and I'm quite curious to see this one. Oh, the box opens like that. We have here the instructions, Chinese. We should have English from the other side. Exactly. Okay, it doesn't take long to read this. It is quite small. So, and we have here the soldering iron. I think, and I believe this is aluminium. We have this rubber protection here. It will help you also while working with the iron. This triangular format, I was quite curious to see if it will handle well in the hand. It seems it will. Quite curious the position that you are using. It will fit your hand. This is a surprise for me, to be honest. I thought that this will not work very well on the hand. Yeah, but it totally works, and you can grab it very well, very securely. You have these two buttons, and I think this is the same. Yeah, the same that you use on the HS01, I believe, from FNIRSI. You also have this screw to fixate the tip. what else we have in here? Take everything out. Okay, we have a screw and a nut that should be mounted here. So we have a helping arm. Let me take this out also. And yeah, we have these little helping tweezers. So I will assemble all of this and then get back to the video. Okay, so I have this holder already set up. I don't know if I'm totally convinced by it. This small sponge seems to fit here, but not very well because of the screws. Anyway, it's nice to be able to, let's fixate the PCB like this, and you will be able to work more or less steadily. So yeah, it's included, so let's keep it. Another thing that I found out when looking for the cable to power this up is that we have still more stuff in here. For those who buy the basic package, because with this holder it's a package with several options, you still have this chip holder, but it seems to work pretty well to put the soldering iron. Yeah, it's more stable than the other one. And you also have something that was also in here, another user manual, I think, or something like that. Yeah, instruction manual. You have a solder wire in this box. Okay, it seems a spring, but it's a solder wire. And what else? What was missing was this cable, so we can connect to the power supply and power the soldering iron. I have here the power supply already in place. You see it's KC 3.0 and PD. The cable, it's a little stiff, a lot of plastic going on here, not silicone, but it seems with good quality even so. Let me power this on. Let's try to power the soldering iron and let's see how this works. Okay, so as it says, let's press the button. Okay, this seems very familiar. It's already powering up to 300 degrees and is stabilizing the temperature. Yeah, 300. 20 volts. I cannot see those letters. 300 set, 11% of power, and this is the voltage. So if we go up and down here, we preset the temperature. My unit seems to have the screen a little bit, I don't know, out of place. Maybe it's just me, but no problem. It seems to be working okay. I didn't read the instructions yet, but on FNIRSI we enter the menu pressing both buttons. It seems to be the same. Okay, and yeah, we have here a couple of options. Let's see from the beginning. We have the exit, and if I remember correctly, just press for a bit. We have 90, almost 20 watts. Let me see again, and 300 degrees Celsius. Okay, next we have the temperature step. Okay, we can change the temperature step up to, this seems very sensitive to work. Okay, let me put again in 10. So you can change the temperature in 10 degrees at a time. It will automatically go to the other menu and then back to the main screen. This can be a bit annoying, but yeah, let's see the standby temperature. Okay, it's 200 degrees. And after we have the standby time also. Oh, already left the menu. It's easy to enter, but if you don't use this quickly, it will exit the menu. Okay, we have the standby time, the standby temperature, and also the standby time. Right now it's 180 seconds. The sleep time also in fifth, also 180 seconds. Work voltage. Okay, you can change to different values. And we also have, if you want to use degrees or Fahrenheit, Celsius or Fahrenheit in your temperature. Okay, just change it like that. If you wait a few seconds, it will go back to the main menu. We have language, English or Chinese, Mandarin or simple Mandarin, I don't know. And you can also rotate the screen. This is pretty easy to work. So we have the PO heat. Let's see what is this. So you can enable or disable. And next we have the temp cal. Okay, you can do a calibration. For that you will need a tip thermometer. And finally you have the version info. This is quite fast to exit the menus. One click, menu. Okay, and version info. The version info is 2.13. Okay, as you can see, it only takes 5 seconds or something like that to leave the menu. It's pretty simple to use. You can exit the menu without pressing any key, and it is quite fast. It will be neat if you can configure the time that you will take to exit the menu. And another thing that I think it's missing, let me see, it's to shut it down. Nope. Not like this. Okay, when we press this button, we enter in sleep mode. And if we press it again, it will shut down and go to the start menu where you press the left button to start heating. So it seems okay. Let's start testing this. Okay, for this test I have here the soldering iron with a colder tip. I will put this solder around the tip. Let me see how much time this will take to, oops, let's try again, to melt the solder. I will secure the solder like this so it will not run away. So let's put it like this. I will start the heating and it should go up to 300 degrees. Let's see how much time it will take to melt the solder. Okay, it's heating. Okay, so we should have on the screen now how much time it took. Yeah, and it seems to melt pretty fast. Let's put some solder also in this hand. So this was quick. Okay, moving on. Okay, so this next text. Okay, so this next test will show you if the temperature is correctly displayed in the screen. It says it's 300 degrees. So let's see what we really have here. Okay, the thermometer says 313, 14. It seems to be over a bit. So let's do a calibration. We have here the temp cal. Let's say it is something like 14 degrees over. Okay, as you can see, it's setting the temperature again, and let's see what we have now. Okay, I think it was too much, but it's almost there. 300. Yeah, it is almost there. Okay, I moved this to another place. I'm having a little problem with one of my projectors. Sorry for the blinking. Yeah, we can even lower a bit, but it's 300. Perfect. A little calibration, and that's all you need. Okay, my final test. If you saw one of my reviews before with a soldering iron, you probably know this board that I use to with huge amounts of solder to see how it handles this. So let's see, it's with 300 degrees. Let's see how much time it will take to melt this solder. Okay, and it was quite fast. It's liquid, as you can see. Let's try another one. Okay, it takes a bit, but a few seconds, and it's quite impressed with this. Okay. Seems to melt very well. This is totally cold, no worries. Okay. Let's try to... This one, it's a little bigger, and it has the wire. It seems to take a bit more time. Yeah. Let me just put it here. Well, for this one, we have to wait a bit. Yeah, it's starting to melt. But this is also a huge chunk of solder. It's melting. Okay. Now it managed to work with this. Let's see this one. How much time? You can see here the power at 28, 20, yeah. It's giving some power also. It already melted this side. And yeah, for a USB powered soldering iron, I think it's not bad. This amount of solder here, it will take almost instantly. It's not so high with it and doesn't have the wire. It's a very large wire. It's I think it's the gauge 14 or 12, it's something like that. I don't know right now, but it's very large wire. Okay. Yeah, I'm happy with this. Okay, let's move on. So in terms of tips, it is supplied with the B2. This is this conical one. Let me show you better. Okay. You have also the BC3, if I'm not wrong, and it's supplied in this small plastic box. You have also here the ELS or I, also in some parts, and you have two knife-shaped likes, the K and the KU. I think it's the smaller one. I never know which one is which, but you have two smaller ones. The package that I received, it's the package with everything. You can buy package without all this stuff, only the iron, or without the power supply if you have one, or the older. You can choose whatever you need to buy for this. So yeah, it seems a very nice price for this soldering iron. And curiously enough, I did like it, the triangular format. Yeah, it's a bit weird, but it works. Okay, let's move on. Let's wrap this up with the conclusion and my personal opinion on this device. First, the price. The base option with the iron stand, soldering wire and cable costs around 28 euros, or more or less 30 American bucks. This is completely in line with similar options from the competition. The weird part for me was the triangular format. When I first looked at it, I thought for myself that should be really uncomfortable to use. But I was wrong. really wrong. Strangely enough, it fits in your hand perfectly and it is easy to use. So that caught me completely by surprise and was a very positive note on the usage. The menus should have a configurable time to leave the selected or current option where you are, or at least increase a few seconds more the time on that option. It can be a bit stressful always going back, since the time in some cases seems to be short to read the data in the interface and take a decision. But overall, it's pretty easy to use and the buttons are quite responsive. All things considered, it's hard to be badly served with this soldering iron. You have fast heating speed with the provided 65 watts power supply. It is small and portable. It fits very well in your hand and the price is accessible. So, if you are on the market to buy a new soldering iron, don't forget to give your love to the channel and use the provided affiliate links in the description or use the access links here on the screen to buy one. Your support is really appreciated and makes these reviews to continue to come. So, if you learned something with this video, please smack that like button and hit that bell to activate all notifications so you can be notified whenever a new video is uploaded. That's it for today. I hope to see you in my next video. Until then, stay safe and be happy.